What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Comics Page Punchers Black Adam. And so here we have the Page Punchers Black Adam pose and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's run through his accessories. Black Adam does come with two lightning attachments that do go on each of his arms, and those look really nice. And he does come with your standard McFarlane display base. Other than that, Black Adam doesn't come with anything else, so with that out of the way, let's take a closer look at Black Adam. And so here we have a closer look at the Page Punchers Black Adam, and overall I really do like this line now. It does feel like it's more of an off-brand of the DC multiverse rather than a separate brand of its own, but I do like the fact that it keeps that DC multiverse aesthetic because you can still use this in your collection. Now Black Adam here looks really impressive. I do like this head sculpt over the Endless Winter Black Adam's head sculpt, so really liking this. He even has the pointy ears, he has the Widow's Peak, and just overall looks much nicer than the Endless Winter Black Adam. I really do like this head sculpt, and I really like his hair. It's done very nicely. They did a really good job here with Black Adam, so can't really say too many bad things about the head sculpt. It looks fantastic. So having a look at his torso here, I do like the way this costume looks. I'm not gonna lie to you, at first I was a little bit iffy about it, but it's actually growing on me. I like the shoulder pads, I like the cape. A little disappointed that the hood doesn't go up, and it would have been nice if they gave us two versions of Black Adam. But yeah, really do like his costume overall. The shoulder pads look really nice. They are done in this plastic where we have this gold. His cape looks very nice, and I do like the fact that it is tattered at the bottom, so it's not a full cape. Just overall loving the look of this figure. His costume does look very similar to his New 52 look with the panel lining through it, which I was okay with them doing on Black Adam. It kind of makes sense for Shazam and Black Adam to have the line work. But yeah, it's a very good design, and you can see even on the back we have some really nice detailing. On his arms you can see it does continue that line work, which I do like when it's consistent like that. And then we do go on to his greaves, or not his greaves, but his gauntlets, which are done in that same gold plastic. And then we do go on to his hands, which I think he has really large hands, to be quite honest. They're not oversized, but they do feel a little bit big. And in fact, something about this figure that is a little bit off-putting are his proportions. You can see his entirety of his torso fits on screen at this time. The entirety of his legs cannot fit on screen at one time, at least at the time I have it zoomed in. He has such a tiny torso, it's a little bit off-putting, and then he has these really massive arms, and I do mean massive because his arms are just about as wide as his body. In fact, I think his arms are wider than his waist. We'll talk more about his proportions in a little bit, but continuing on to his costume, you can see the belt right here. We do have this pentagon right here along with some emblems right there. It does look like a lightning bolt going all the way around. So yeah, really do like the costume overall, but his proportions are throwing me off because his torso is just this entire section. His legs are incredibly long. As you can see, they are very long. In fact, if you were to do, let's see if we can actually just kick his leg all the way up, and yeah, just look at how long his leg is. It actually is longer than his torso and head combined, so really awkward proportions, but it's not a bad thing. I kind of do like the stylistic look on Black Adam. He does make him stand out, and like I said, the panel work on his costume looks really impressive. I am happy with it. Just looking at the detailing here. Now, one thing to note is that on the promotional images, these joints right here, they were done in the same gold plastic as his feet. I don't know why McFarlane changed it here at the ankles. It is a little bit bewildering. Why are his ankles black while the rest of his boot is gold? It just doesn't make sense. I do like the line work on his boots though. They do look good, but I kind of feel like this should have been one solid color instead of throwing in the black ankle guards. It kind of does throw off the aesthetics of the feet, although there's no real detail right here on his feet or on his ankles, so I guess you can say that the boot cover is a piece and then his shoes is a separate piece. And unfortunately we don't get any detail on the underside of his boots. Overall, Black Adam here is a very good looking figure, but aesthetically he is a little bit different, and it does take a liking to him. You're either gonna like him or you're not gonna like him. I don't even think I touched on the lightning bolt. I am so sorry, guys, but yeah, he has a lightning bolt right here, which it is sculpted detailed. It is risen here at the edges, and then right here in the middle it is recessed a little bit. I do like it. Paint could be a little bit better up at the top right there, but overall it's a good design. I do like the way it came out. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Black Adam compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Black Adam posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Black Adam posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure in the Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Black Adam posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger in a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. So with the comparisons out of the way, guys, let's actually have a look at Black Adam's Articulation. Now, because it is basically just a spin-off of the DC Multiverse line, he does keep the DC Multiverse Articulation, so that is a double ball drain in the head. However, he really can't look up all too well. He can look down quite a bit, which is probably how you're going to have Black Adam displayed, just looking down on everybody. And we do get some really nice head tilt going side to side, and then that does rotate left and right. His arms are on that same ball joint that we've seen where it does pivot forward and back, up and down, but not a lot. Black Adam really doesn't have too much movement here. He has a really broad upper torso, so yeah, that is going to limit some articulation. His arms would do a full 360, but they do get hindered by his shoulder pads right here, as well as his cape. Now you can move them off to the side, but they will push his arm out at an angle, so do be aware of that. Going out to the side, no problem. He does have a bicep swivel, which works fine. We get a double bend here at the elbow going past 90 degrees, so I do like that. It is a little bit tricky getting the second joint to work, but yeah, once you get both of them going, we do get past 90 degrees. We have a ball hinge here at the wrist, which does have in and out movement as well as up and down depending on how you have that ball joint, and then it rotates on that pin. He has a ball joint here in the upper and lower torso, so combining those we do get some pretty good range here on Black Adam. Going back, it's very good. Going forward, could be better. As you can see, it doesn't go too far forward right there, but yeah, I do like the rotation on both joints. Kicking forward, he does kick forward to about right there, kicks back out to the side, no problem. We do have a thigh swivel up high, double bend here at his very long legs. As you can see, they do go back quite a bit. Then we do have rotation here at his boot, or at his ankle, not his boot. We do have a hinge which goes back and forward facing pin for rocker ankle, and then we can rotate those to give him a true rocker ankle. And then finally, he does have a very generous toe hinge. So overall, Black Adam here has some pretty good articulation. I like what they did with this figure. There are some things that they could have done better. His proportions could have been more human, but overall, still like the look of Black Adam. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Black Adam posed for my final thoughts, and overall I think McFarlane has done a really good job with this line. Even though Black Adam does have some wonky proportions with his torso being so small, his arms being big and his legs being long, I still find this a very enjoyable figure, and I think this figure is much better than the Endless Winter Black Adam. Even though that figure was nice, I think this one is nicer. The detailing on him is superb, and I absolutely love that face sculpt. I do like the fact that he does come with two lightning attachments that look like lightning is coming out of his hand, so you can make it look like he's shooting it rather than it just wrapping around his arms. Overall, this is a really good outing by McFarlane. Now, this is actually labeled as DC Direct, but this is not DC Direct quality. This is McFarlane quality, and the plastic feels much better and doesn't feel as brittle as DC Collectibles or DC Direct, so I am really happy about that. It feels just like a DC Multiverse figure, which makes sense seeing as how this is a spin-off of the DC Multiverse line. I think Black Adam here will look good in any collection because he does have that really nice comic book aesthetic. Now, if you are looking for Black Adam, I believe these are starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video. I did get mine off Amazon, and that's probably where the price point is going to throw a lot of people off. These figures are $25. Now, is this worth $25? I would honestly say no, but the fact that we do get a comic book throw-in, I think that it more than makes up for it, seeing as how comic books are about $3 to $4. You get a $3 to $4 comic book with a $20 figure. It evens out eventually. Although I do feel like they should have come with different comic books, maybe telling an entire story, but I understand why they all come with the same comic book. You don't want to pick up 3 figures, never find the 4th figure, and never complete that series. So it makes sense why all the comic books are the same, but at the same time a little bit of variety would have helped. Overall, like I said, I do like this Black Adam, and if you can find the Page Puncher's Black Adam, I really recommend you pick him up. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.